Is there something that you would recommend, I guess, someone who's trying to scale and is unsure if they're ready to hire somebody on sales or maybe outsource part of a sales team? What do they need to look for to know that, hey, maybe this is the right time for us to try and scale that? Because, and I guess I'm drawing from my conversations at least, a lot of people are excellent executioners of technical projects, right? Like whatever that may be, that could be PLC projects, HMI, SCADA, all the way to MES or ERP systems. But I
Yeah.
think a lot of those individuals also struggle with scaling and hiring that sales force, right? Like you mentioned. So what would you
Yep.
look for someone who's in that position?
So, I think if you're finding yourself, as a leader of a company or owner of a company, spending more of your time doing the work than actually going out and finding the work. So you're working in the company more than you're working on the company. Um, that's a time where you probably need to start looking at hiring out some sales or finding some other avenue to generate those. Because if you're not constantly filling that pipeline, the work that you've got right now for the next 3, 6, 9 months, whatever it is, what happens
Hmm.
after that period of time's over? So it's a full time job. And so many people, including myself, made the mistake of, oh my gosh, we've got so much work, we're fat and happy, we're working all this work, and then you neglect the pipeline,
Hmm.
and then all of a sudden this project's starting to kind of ramp down and end, and you're like, oh, where's the next one? Now you're scrambling to go out and find more work, and as we all know, these projects, the gestation period can be sometimes a year or more on some of these
Hmm.
projects. Okay, I got 3 months of runway left in this project, and I've got a year wait for the next project. Well, you're in trouble. So, definitely get ahead of that curve. Um, I think a lot of people are afraid to go spend the money on a salesperson. Yes, they're expensive. In fact, they probably should be the highest paid person at your company, based on commissions and all, because without them, you have nothing coming in, right? Now, that being said, the owner of the company probably is always going to be the best salesperson for the company. When you're the president, when you're the owner, the CEO, you know, um, you've got the most credence, you've got the most presence, in front of the customer. But you can't be everywhere, and you've got to be working on other aspects of the company. So, don't be afraid to go out and take a flyer on somebody who that you respect and that you think will help your company. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of really really great salespeople out there.